Hey guys, I am so pumped for this video tonight, you guys. Okay, first of all, I'm disappointed to say that what we are drinking tonight is water. And I will tell you why. Because I have this microphone for my nicer camera that I actually use for photography, and I thought, you know what, I'm gonna set up my nice camera, use my nifty microphone, and do a video that way and just see how it works, okay? So I set everything up. Lucy was napping, and I was like, I can do it in the middle of the day. I won't have to put up lights or anything, like it'll be awesome. I got it all set up, and then Lucy woke up. So, could not film, unfortunately. That being said, you guys, tonight, Lucy's in bed. I was like, I'm gonna set everything up. William's gonna help me. We're gonna film with my nice camera and with my microphone. It's gonna be freaking awesome. And then we set it up. William literally got everything ready for me, focused everything, got it exactly where I wanted it. You guys, honestly, I'm annoyed because I turned on my camera and William left and I said, hey everyone, and my camera died. And I don't have another full battery because I'm a loser and didn't charge it when I drained my last battery. So here we are on my regular old vlogging camera with the regular old microphone with my bright ass lights. That's how we're gonna do it. And I have to drink water. So I'm drinking water because I'm doing intermittent fasting and my window is from 11 to 7 and it's past 7 o'clock. Which means I can't drink anything other than freaking water or green tea, and I ain't got no green tea. So here we are, drinking water with everything else, but the good news is that I am going to tell you guys my top favorite sports romance novels that I recommend, okay? I'm gonna try and bust through them because honestly, there's quite a few, and I only have 23% left on this battery for this camera. Wowzy, sorry, I really suck, honestly. Let's get started. I'm going to start with, I think I'm gonna go out of my favorites, like my kind of least favorites up to my most favorite. But don't hold me to this order because I really genuinely, truly love all of them so much. And if you aren't aware of what tropes are, it's like themes in a book. So there's like friends to lovers, enemies to lovers, brother's best friend, sister's best friend kind of a thing, you know what I mean? So my favorite tropes tend to be friends to lovers, or I like enemies to lovers as well. I tend to lean towards guys that are assholes, honestly. That's ironic because William is the farthest thing from an asshole ever. But in my books, I tend to lean towards bad boys, assholes, that obviously then there's good girls and they say mom and blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? Like everything that you hear growing up where you're like, good girls don't change bad boys, blah, 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 blah. That's like in the fake world and fantasy world, I love that. So that's a common theme among these books, except a few of them. First book I am going to mention is, the series is called the Off-Campus series by Elle Kennedy. You guys have heard me mention this series before because I love this series so freaking much. The first book in the series is technically called The Deal. My favorite books out of that series though are the second and the third book. The second book is The Mistake. The third book is The Score, okay? So let's start with the second book. The Mistake. This is a book about, the whole series centers around a hockey team in college, and it goes through each of the players like in the main friend group. The series is a companion series, so each book is about a different couple or a different guy in the same friend group, if that makes sense, okay? Kind of a douchebag because of that, and also because he's a hot hockey player and he kind of gets whatever he wants, hooks up with whoever he wants, that kind of a thing. And he meets this girl in this really weird circumstance. They end up like spending an evening together, watching a movie, hooking up, and it just kind of goes from there, okay? He makes this big mistake, pushes her away, hence the mistake of the book. I don't feel like I'm spoiling any of that for you. And he also has a pretty rough like home life and past life, so they kind of both have to work together to find their way back to each other. That's all I'm gonna say about it, okay? I love it so much. It's so good. It's that one and the next one are my favorite books in that series, so I just can't completely decide which one I like more. The next one I love is called The Score. It's the third book in the series. That one is about Dean. And if you've read the other books in the series, you know exactly who he is. He is the ultimate player, okay? He sleeps with whoever, whenever he wants. 3 sons, more sons, doesn't give a crap. And he is kind of like that untamable, sexy man that everyone wants to put their hands on, but that's all he lets them do is like, you know what I mean? Like hook up, nothing after that. And then he meets a girl, her name is Allie, and she is just getting out of a long-term relationship. Her ex-boyfriend is a fucking a-hole. Sorry. Hope you guys are okay with cussing because you guys, if you know me, you know that I cuss. So anyway, oh crap, I don't think I can cuss on YouTube. I'm gonna have to tone that down at some point. Good to know. Okay, anyway, her ex-boyfriend is a total jerk and she's kind of getting over that. She wants like rebound hookups, but has other interests and other hobbies and isn't exactly sure where to go after college. His family is filthy, filthy, filthy rich and not the same kind of family that she comes from. So anyway, you guys will have to read that one. It is so good. Dean is so good, okay? So that one initially was my favorite one, but oh, I love Logan as well. I love his book. Okay, you guys, the next series I'm gonna talk about, we are down to 18% on this battery, so I'm really trying to bust through this. Okay, the next books that I love. Oh, okay. So this series is called the Perfect Game series by Samantha Christie. And I wasn't sure how I was gonna like this because it's a baseball series and I'm not all that into baseball like in real life. But let me tell you, I'm into baseball for these books because they are good, okay? Oh, there's 3 books. The first one is Catching Caden, second one is Benching Brady, third one is Stealing Sawyer. And I loved the first one, totally fine, it was great. But the first one, the guy is like a really nice guy, which is wonderful, but not my trope. You know what I mean? The second one, Benching Brady, and the third one, I couldn't decide which one I liked more, you guys. They're both so good. I still can't decide. I'm trying to decide right now and I can't. Okay, sorry. Anyways, the next one is called Stealing Sawyer. Stealing Sawyer is my favorite because he is a massive asshole. And I love it. I love it so much. Basically, he meets this girl. They kind of hit it off, but he's not interested in dating or having relationships, nothing like that. He has no interest in that, and he is a jerk, honestly. And he ends up having to hire her because he has all this crappy media on him. He always gets like in the spotlight for doing shady things with women and whatever, and basically his people, his coach, everyone, his PR manager, all of them, they're all saying, listen, you need to date someone or don't date anyone at all, but if you're gonna date someone, it needs to be like one person, have a steady relationship, show the world that you're not a douchebag, basically. And he ends up hiring a girl to play his girlfriend at all these events and make it look like he's in a steady, serious relationship. And it is so good, you guys. It is so good. Also, he obviously has this past and this big thing that he did when he was younger that he refuses to, he lets it dictate his decisions in the future, if that makes sense, okay? So he has to work through all of that. She kind of has to deal with all of that as well. So you guys will have to read that one. Anyway, we are getting to my favorite sports romance series. Okay, you guys, if you guys have not heard of Kristen Callahan, you need to look her up right now because she has become my favorite author of all time. She's just phenomenal. She's so good. The way she describes her characters, the way that she develops them from the beginning to the end, the way she writes her sex scenes, like all of it. She is so freaking good, you guys. I cannot get enough of her. Kristen Callahan, if you ever watch this, you are amazing. That's all I'm saying, okay? So, you guys, her series is called the Game On series. There is 4 books, I believe, in the series. My favorite book is the second and the third book. The second book is called The Friend Zone. friends to lovers trope, you guys. Oh my goodness. It's about this guy, his name is Gray, and this girl, her name is Ivy, okay? Oh, also you should know, this series is based on football players. So, and it's them in the NFL. So it's after college, and I'm living for it, and it is so freaking good. So Gray and Ivy, they become friends over, oddly enough, they become friends over texting because a bunch of stuff that happens in the first book. He ends up having to borrow her car. He gets it from his agent, like it's his agent's daughter. He ends up having to borrow her car while she's in Europe for so many weeks, okay? And so they end up texting each other because she's like, hey, take care of my car, don't you dare ruin it, otherwise I'm going to kill you. And through that texting relationship, they just become best friends. Grayson is also an asshole and does whatever he wants, whenever he wants, whoever he wants, that kind of a thing. Never interested in relationships. You guys see a common theme here, the kind of thing I'm into, okay? So basically they become really close, and then she gets home from Europe and he ends up being the one who has to go pick her up from the airport. And it's just freaking amazing. I love the development of their relationship from being best friends to meeting and being like, crap, I think I kind of have feelings for this person, and it just escalating from there, and everything that they have to work through to get to the point where they can actually be together, okay? So that one is so good, you guys. You have to read it. Read the entire series. The entire series is so amazing. Game On series by Kristen Callahan. Look it up. I promise you will not be disappointed. You are welcome. I'm giving you a gift of this amazing series that you have to read, okay? Seriously. Okay, you guys, the last book that I am going to mention is The Game Plan by Kristen Callahan. It's the third book in her series, and it is about Dex and Fee. Fee is Ivy's younger sister from the book that I just mentioned to you guys. And Dex is this like, okay, personality-wise, he's not my favorite, but looks-wise, he's like 150% everything I'm looking for. You know what I mean? Or like in book boyfriend world, he is like the ultimate, okay? So he has longer hair. It's like cut shorter on the sides. He puts it in like, it's long enough to where he can put it in a little man bun. And I'm not saying that that's always attractive, but sometimes it is real attractive, okay? He's like covered in tattoos and piercings and all this kind of stuff. He's obviously a football player as well. He's a part of the same team that Gray is on and everyone else in the series. At some point, I think the teams start shifting around, but no matter, he's a part of the same friend group. You guys have heard about him all from the first book, so you're good to go. Anyway, Fee and him have known each other for a while, and he's always been interested in her. He's more of that like dark, quiet, brooding type that is just like in his head and really considerate and really thoughtful, and she's like wild and crazy and kind of outgoing and super independent, has never necessarily noticed him as more than a friend or someone that is friends with her sister and her sister's boyfriend, but it obviously escalates from there. I just remembered he has all of this like media presence because he is 20-something years old and he's a virgin, and everyone knows he's a virgin. And this whole thing goes out where basically this club says, if you can give us proof that you basically take Dex's virginity, you'll get $10,000. That's basically the big thing that happens in the book. I don't feel like I'm spoiling anything because that's like what happens. You guys can see what goes from there, okay? And there's all this media presence, and he's interested in this one girl and obviously Fee. Anyway, all of this stuff happens. You guys will have to read it. It is so good. The next book, the fourth book, is amazing. If you have time to look at Kristen Callahan's other series, she has another series called the VIP series, and you guys, that series like is my freaking favorite. It's about, this is going so off topic, I'm so sorry, but it is about this like rock band, and that's all I'm gonna say, but it is so good. And that's some of the books she's still writing right now for that series. The Game On series is like wrapped up, so you guys can read all of those. But like I said, move on to the VIP series, because you guys, I was into sports romance pretty much exclusively until I read her series, and then I was like, wowzy, you just opened an entire new world for me and I am living for it, okay? Also, you guys, I just realized I've been looking into the little screen this entire video. So sorry I was not looking at any of you. Anyway, you guys, last few things, wrapping everything up. For those of you who follow along with the book I wrote, I take it back, and you guys are waiting on the next one, stay with me. I did finish it. It has been sent off to my editor, and it should be out at the end of November. I will be posting a launch date very soon. I just want to make sure that I have everything tidied up and like the timeline good to go before that, but I'm so excited to get it to you guys. If you guys have not signed up for my email list, make sure you do that, because that's where I send out all of that kind of information first. I don't post it to Facebook and social media first. You guys, thank you so much for watching. If you guys have any suggestions or anything you want to know for the next video, if you want me to review the next book in Jay Cronover's The Point series, then I will absolutely do that for the next video, because that one's good. I think it's Stark's book after Nasir's book, which I already reviewed and put up a little while ago. Sorry, you guys, I've been in New York for the last week, so I haven't posted any videos, but this week I should be taking care of more of that and posting more often. So let me know what you guys want to see, and that should be it. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys next time. Bye.